Hey everybody, it's Alex. This is Power. If you'd like to listen along this week, the Spotify playlist of the week is called Lift Up, Lift, Lift Up. You can search that on Spotify or search my name, Alexandra Stein, and follow along. If you do want to do that, I will give you a cue in just a moment. Get settled on your mat, and we'll start the playlist in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. We'll get together here on the mat, seated comfortably, maybe a block under the hips to lift them above the knees. And just taking a moment to close the eyes, tap into the breath, feel your body in this space. Maybe set an intention for class. Maybe just to pay attention to the breath. And just feeling the texture of the mat, the beat of the heart. Notice any sounds. Feel your body in relation to that. And take another breath in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Hold. We'll inhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. One more round. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Open the eyes. Inhale the arms overhead. Let the palms connect. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms to the sky as you gaze up. As you exhale, start to twist to the left, bringing the right hand to the knee. Sit tall and twist. Inhale a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist right. Left hand to the knee, sit tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, some more length. Exhale, twist. One more breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the hands to the knees. Inhale, drop the heart forward. Let the head fall back. The chin reach towards the sky. Exhale, round the spine. Press the knees into the hands. Drop the chin. Inhale, heart forward, head back. Exhale, round. Press the knees into the hands. So like a cat-cow here. And going at your own pace a couple more times. You can take this into big circles with the torso if that feels good, or just keep it going front to back. And if you take circles, go ahead, switch the opposite way. Everyone meeting at center, big sweep of the arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, flip the palms, press the air away. One more like that, inhale, reach high. Exhale, flip the palms, press the air away. Make your way onto all fours, into tabletop position, stacking the joints. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart and gaze. Exhale, round, press the mat away. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale, round. This time stay in the round and just shift the weight into the hands and then back towards the hips. Keeping that round in the spine, see how it shifts the stretch between the shoulder blades. If you want to stop somewhere for an extra breath, feel free, or just keep a little bit of movement going. One more breath. Back to neutral. Curl the toes under, lift the knees to a hover. Press away from the mat. Let the eyes of the elbows roll forward in front of you. Beautiful. Press a little further away from the mat. Drop the knees just a little lower to a hover. And drop the knees all the way to the mat. Send that left leg behind you. Right arm forward. Inhale, reach heel to fingertip. Exhale, draw it in, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it in. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale. Keep that length and pause. Maybe reach back with that hand. Grab a hold of the foot. Press the foot into the hand as you lift open through the heart. If you have a bind release, place the hand and foot back down to the mat. Right leg behind you, left leg long. Inhale. Exhale, draw it in. Three more. Inhale. Exhale. Keep drawing the low belly in. Inhale. Exhale and pushing the mat away. One more. Inhale. Pause or take that bind, reaching for the back foot, pressing into the foot, lifting through the heart. Ujjayi breath here, in and out of the nose. One more breath. If you're bound, release. Curl the toes under, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, pedal out the knees. Just bring a little warmth to the back of the legs. And find some stillness in a down dog. Press the heart back, shake the head yes and no. Inhale onto the tippy toes. Exhale, send the heels to the mat. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels to the mat. One more tippy toes. Heels to the mat. Gaze forward, walk the feet in between the hands. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine, pause. Deep bend in the knees. Keep the length in the spine, lengthen the legs. Bend the knees, lengthen the legs. One more, bend the knees. Lengthen the legs, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Halfway lift. Heel toe the feet to your hip width. And then release into ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, let the head be heavy, the torso long, soft knees. Maybe sway side to side. Again, shaking the head yes and no. One more breath. And release the hands to the mat. Heel toe the feet back together. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Root to rise, roll up one vertebra at a time. Head is last to rise. Inhale the arms overhead. Interlace all but the pointer fingers and exhale over to the right. Ground down through that left foot, open through the top shoulder. Strong core. Inhale to center and exhale to the left. This time inhale to center, exhale to the right, but take a step back with that left foot, but step it over to the right. So your foot and your hands are reaching to the right. One more breath. Exhale to center. Inhale. Exhale, step that right foot over, take the left hands over to the left. Still opening through that top shoulder here. One more breath. Back to center, reach tall, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, step back to plank and pause. Take a moment here, make sure that the shoulders are stacked over the wrists. And a little bit of a tuck in the tailbone. Press away from the mat. Drop the right knee to the mat. Lift it back up. Left knee to the mat. Lift it back up. 2 more each side, right and left. Keep pressing away. 1 more, right, left, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale, pause. Take a moment here to broaden across the collarbone, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Press the feet into the mat. Maybe let the hips sway side to side. Legs engaged. 1 more breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find 3 breaths. And the next inhale, sweep that right leg behind you. Bend the knee, open the hip. Draw that heel to the glute, lift the knee high. Maybe drop the left elbow for 3, 2, 1. If you drop to an elbow, lift back up, straighten the right leg, and place the foot back down to the mat, downward facing dog. Shift forward into plank, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg back, bend the knee, open the hip. If you dropped an elbow, drop the right elbow on the side. Another breath. Square the hips, lengthen the left leg, left foot to the mat, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step or hop between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise all the way to standing, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, extended mountain, cactus the arms open through the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, step back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg back again, bend the knee, open the hip. Make some circles with that knee, maybe roll out the ankle. Keep pressing the heart back towards the legs. Square the hips, lengthen the right leg long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. 1 more inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Draw the shin in and up. Inhale, lengthen. Right foot to the mat, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, shift forward. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg back, bend the knee, open the hip. Take some circles with the knee or roll out the ankle. Steady breath. Square the hips, lengthen the left leg, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. 1 more inhale. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lengthen. Left foot to the mat, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, extend mountain. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift through the heart. Find another breath here. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, step or hop, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Root to rise, inhale. Exhale, send the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders down. Heel toe the feet to hip width. Breathe in, lift the heart. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. The hands can stay at the low back or maybe they fall overhead, soft knees. Bend the right knee, drop the right shoulder to the right knee, lengthen through the left leg, press the left hip back. Back to center. Left knee bends, right leg lengthens as you drop the left shoulder to the left knee, pressing through the right hip this time. Back to center. Lower the hands to the low back, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, step or hop, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, fold, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring the big toe mounds together. Bring a little space between the heels. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, sit it back for chair. Beautiful. The weight is in the heels here so that you can lift all 10 toes. Sink a little lower. Draw the arms back. Engage those triceps. Sink even lower. Start to come onto the tippy toes. We're going to lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause when you get here. Beautiful. Let the knees come to the mat. You're going to stay here. Maybe you have to widen the feet a little bit. You're just going to stay here in a toe stretch. Maybe you want to reach back and take those pinky toes and curl them under as well. Sometimes it can be hard to get those pinky toes without a little extra assistance. This might be plenty for your feet. If it's too much, you can bring the hands forward, bring some weight off of the toes. If you want more, bring the hands behind you and bring some more weight into the toes. You can also just sit here with the hands on the thighs, just breathing into the feet. We're going to do a little bit of work here on the toes, some transitions over the toes that are going to be fun, so I want to make sure the feet are nice and warm. A couple more breaths here. Beautiful. Bring the hands forward so you can rock back onto the toes. Lift the hands. Pause. Sit all the way back for boat. Low boat and high. Inhale low. Exhale high for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High boat pause. Beautiful rock and roll. Gain a little momentum. So you can rock all the way back to standing and come onto the toes again. Start to lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels, coming into regular chair. Take a breath in, reach high, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, step or hop, chaturanga on the exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step or hop. Half lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Big toe mounds together again, space between the heels. Inhale, the arms overhead. Exhale, hips low for chair. Sink a little lower. Roll up onto the tippy toes, sink a little lower. Bring it all the way down to that squat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Knees forward again, setting up for camel. Bring the hands to the low back. Keep the toes tucked here. Since we're not super open through the chest, I want to make sure that it's a gentle camel. We're going to do one more, so you can go deeper on the next one if you like, unless you feel super warm and want to go for it. Fingertips facing up, palms against the back. Squeeze the elbows back. Press the hips forward. Squeeze the thighs together. Keep that chin tucked. If you're super bendy or you feel really warm, you can let the head fall back. Press the hips a little further forward. Open through the heart a little more. Beautiful. Start to lift up. And sink the hips back for that toe stretch. Hands to the top of the thighs. Beautiful. One more breath here. Hands forward so you can rock back up onto those toes to pause. And roll it back. High boat. Inhale low. Exhale high. Inhale low. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Rock and roll. Gain a little momentum. And rock back up to the feet, onto the toes. Pause. Lift it up to chair on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels, reach high, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Plant the palms, step or hop, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Bend the knees, step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, setting up for standing leg raise. Weight into the left foot. Lift that right knee. Reach for the knee or maybe the big toe. Maybe even extend that right leg long. Heart forward, shoulders back. Try to keep the shoulders in line with the hips here. Beautiful, 2 breaths. Open that right leg out to the right. Maybe the left arm comes out for counterbalance. One more breath. Release the bind, but keep the leg lifted. Swing it behind you, the arms forward, leg back for warrior 3. Settle the hips so they're nice and even. Press through that back heel. Reach through the arms engaged. Beautiful. Breathe. Lift that leg a little higher. Bring the right toes back. Lift the arms overhead. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Sink into the hips. Another breath here. Take that right knee to hover. We're going to do pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that right knee to the mat. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, settle into that low lunge. Another breath in. This time, exhale the left hand, prong fingertips to the left of the mat. The right arm overhead, reaching to the left. To a big side stretch. Press down through that right hip. Circle sweep that right arm forward. Plant both hands. Shift the hips back for half split. Walk the hands in. Lengthen the spine. Breathe in. Fold. Breathe out. Another breath in, finding a little more length. And exhale, fold a little deeper. Halfway lift. Drag that left heel in a little bit so that you can plant the sole of the left foot. Here comes that fun toe transition. Walk the hands forward, the weight forward, so that you come onto the toes of the left foot. So you can almost like break dance, swing that right leg around and forward so you can sit back, setting up for Janu. Left knee falls open. Square the torso over that right leg. Right foot flexed. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Let the hands fall wherever they may, then find another breath, a little more length. Exhale a little deeper. Stay here, or if you want to take it to a twist, bring the left peace fingers to the right big toe. Reach that right hand underneath to the left arm, reaching for that left knee. And then draw the torso underneath the left armpit. It's a beautiful stretch here if you sit a lot. It really gets that low left back that we don't often get to in many of our poses. So press back through that left hip, draw the torso under a little more. Find 3 more breaths. Start to unwind. You're going to take that left leg and lift it up, grabbing a hold wherever you can along the leg. And sit tall, lifting through the heart, really drawing that knee towards the nose. Breathe. Stay here. Take the peace fingers of the left hand to the big toe. Send that right arm behind you, opening up for a twist. Still lifting high, squeezing the shoulder blades behind you. Right arm engaged, energy out through the fingertips, sit a little higher. 2 more breaths. Bring that right hand back to the big toe, switch out the grasp. Take the left hand to the left big toes. Left foot meets the right in a seated pike. Pause here. Open up for a straddle. Knees can be bent here if you need them to be. Sit a little higher. Start to bring the heels in. Lower the feet to the mat for Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. You can take the elbows to the knees and press them down if you're super bendy and need a little more. Or you can bring a block under the forehead if you need a little support. Another breath. Beautiful. Lift up. Cross the ankles, plant the palms, send the legs back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step or hop. Half lift. Fold. Root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Find weight in the right foot. Lift that left knee. Grab a hold of the knee, maybe the big toe. Maybe you extend the leg. Right hand at the hip. Squeeze the shoulders back. Press down through the arch of the standing leg for another breath or two. Beautiful. Open the leg out to the left. Maybe the right arm comes out for counterbalance. 3 breaths. Release the bind. Swing that leg behind you for that warrior. 3 arms forward. Square the hips. Press through that heel. Pinky toe rolling towards the mat. Level out the hips. Lift a little higher. Lift the leg even higher. Another breath. Left toes to the mat. Arms overhead. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Sink down. Another breath. Lower that left knee to a hover and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that left knee down. Inhale. Exhale, settle into that low lunge. Another inhale. Exhale, right fingertips to the side of the right on the mat. Left arm overhead, reaching to the right. Another breath. Circle sweep that left arm forward. Send the hips back, walk the hands in for that half split. Lengthen the torso, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Keep that right foot drawing toes towards the nose. Right hip drawing back. Inhale, find a little more length. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Another breath. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Draw that right leg back so you can plant the sole of the right foot. Shift the weight forward. Again, that fun toe transition. Come to the toes of the right foot so you can swing that left leg around and sit the hips back for Janu. Right knee opens up to the right. Right heel into the groin. Square the torso over the left leg. Foot flexed. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Find some length when you get to your point where you can go no more. And then exhale, release. See if you can take yourself a little deeper. Pause it here. Maybe take the right peace fingers to the left big toe and reach that left hand underneath, grabbing hold of the knee. Pressing back to the right hip, opening for the right shoulder. Another breath or two. Beautiful. Come back to center. Lift that left leg high. Grab a bind wherever you can. Draw the heart forward. Lift the leg a little more. Right peace fingers to left toe. If you'd like to come into that twist, the left arm behind you. 3. Lift a little higher. 2. 1. Left hand back. Grab a hold of the big toes. Right foot meets the left, coming into that pike. Back to straddle. Heels in, lower the feet. Sit high for that butterfly. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Sit back into the sit bones, cross the ankles, plant the palms, shoot the legs through to plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step or hop, half lift, fold, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to flow through that same thing on each side, a little quicker this time, now that we know where we're going. So find your breath, find your center, root into your feet. Lift that right knee, maybe grab a hold of the knee or the big toe, maybe lengthen the leg. Open it out to the right, left hand out for balance. Release the bind, swing the leg behind you, reach forward, warrior three. Right toes to the mat, inhale, crescent lunge, exhale, stay. Knee to a hover, we pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee all the way to the mat. Inhale, exhale, stay. Inhale, length. Exhale, left hand to the side, right arm over side body. Circle sweep that hand forward. Plant both hands, send the hips back. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Draw that left heel in. Plant the sole of the left foot. Come onto the toes. Swing, break dance that right leg forward. Step back. Left knee opens up. Prajanu. Square the torso over the leg. The toes are engaged. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Stay or take peace fingers of the left hand to the big toe for a twist. Reach for that knee open underneath the armpit. Come back to center if you twisted. Lift that right leg high. Stay here or keep the left foot to the right foot or left hand to the right foot. Right arm behind you for that twist. Right hand back. Take the left hand to the left foot to come into that pike. Straddle the legs. Another breath. Heels in. Sit tall for butterfly. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, sit tall. Sit back to cross the ankles. Plant the palms, shoot the legs back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, move forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Weight into the right foot this time. Lift that left knee. Grab a hold of the knee or the big toe, maybe lengthen the leg. Drishti gaze, steady breath. Open the leg to the left, right arm out for balance. Swing that left leg around, reach forward for that warrior three. Left toes to the mat, inhale the arms high for crescent. Exhale, sink into it. Inhale, length. Exhale, drop the knee to a hover. We pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that knee. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, sink the hips low. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, right hand to the right, left arm overhead. Circle sweep the arm forward. Send the hips back. Find length in that half split. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, more length. Exhale, fold. Start to lift up, draw that right heel in, plant the sole of the foot. Shift the weight forward into the right toes. Swing that left leg around. Sit back for Janu. Right knee opens up. Torso squared over the left leg. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, fold it forward. When you found your edge, find some length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Take that bind if you'd like it. Twisting open. Pressing back through the right hip. Unwind if you've bound. Take a bind to that left leg wherever you can. Lift it high. Right piece fingers to left toes, left arm behind you for that twist. Left hand back. Grab a hold of the right toes. Bring it up for that pike. Straddle the legs. One breath. Heels in, feet to the mat. Sit up tall for the butterfly. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sitting up. Cross the ankles, plant the palms, shoot the legs back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Shift forward into plank. Plant the right palm to the mat. Open up Vasisthasana right side. Maybe lift that top leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left palm back to the mat. Widen the hands. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank Vasisthasana left side. Left hand to the center of the mat. Open up. Maybe lift that top leg. Really use the strength of the side body to press yourself high for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand to the mat. Widen the hands. Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Gaze forward. Step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale. Fold. Root to rise. Exhale. Hands to heart. Find weight in the right foot. Take a big step back with the left, setting up for triangle on the right side. Lengthen the arms long. Reach forward with that right hand. Send the hips behind you. When you find your edge, pause. Really press down through that left heel, getting a big stretch. Roll the left shoulder, the left hip open a little more. Reach forward a little more. Inhale. Exhale. Take that right hand down. Shin, ankle, block, big toe, wherever you can. Keep the low belly drawn in. Take that left arm overhead. Maybe the right arm lifts like you're holding a beach ball. 5, 4, really use the core here. 3, press down through the feet. 2, 1, lift it back up. Reach forward, flip the palm, reverse your triangle. Beautiful. Exhale, lift up. Keep the arms out wide. Just pivot the feet to face the back of the mat. Same thing, triangle. Left side facing the back. Reach forward for the left hand. Pause. Your favorite word. Reach a little further. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold over the leg. Roll open. Left or the right hip and shoulder. Reach a little higher through that top hand. Take the right arm overhead. Maybe the left hand for 5, 4, 3. Try not to lock out the knees. 2, and 1. Lift back up. Reach forward, flip the palm, reverse your triangle. Beautiful. Come up. Just bring the left toes in, so you're facing the side mat for a wide leg forward fold. Toes in, heels out, hands at the hips, elbows behind you. Lift the heart, inhale. Come to flat back and a strong core, forward fold. Hands can come to the mat when you get here. And then take this time, about 5 breaths, to take whatever variation that you would want to take. Maybe a tripod headstand. And keep it here in a forward fold, super simple. 5 breaths, starting now. Again, trying not to lock out the knees, pressing down and out through the pinky toe edge, draw in and up through the inner thighs. Squeeze the elbows together. If you're in this position that I am with this forward fold, 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Start to bring the hands under the face if they're not there. Halfway lift. Bring the hands to the hips. Squeeze the elbows back with a strong core lift up. Keep the left foot as is. Bring the right toes to face forward. Bend into that front knee to press off the back leg for half moon. Keep the left foot nice and flexed here. Maybe take Jopasana, reaching for a bind. If you do that, really press the hand or the foot into the hand, opening up through the chest. Wherever you go, shift a little bit more weight back into the heel if you can. Find 3 breaths. Beautiful. Another breath. If you're bound, release. Bring the left hand to the mat. Square off the hips. Keep that left leg lifted. And coming into revolved half moon. So maybe you want to find pronged fingertips with the left hand, maybe a block. Lift that right hand either to the hip or to the sky. Keep engagement from the glute down through the heel. Lift that leg, lift the heart. Big twist starting at the low spine, working its way up into the neck. 2 more breaths. Bend into that front leg so that you can come into crescent lunge with an open twist. So legs in crescent, twisting open to the right. Backs of the hands pressing behind you, lift through the heart. Stay here or revolve. Big breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step that right foot back to 3-legged dog. Pause. Inhale. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Inhale, lengthen, make space, press away. Exhale, left tricep. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful, bring weight in the left foot so you can take a big step back with the right foot. Again, taking a wide leg forward, fold, facing this other side of the mat this time. Toes in, heels out. Interlace the hands at the low back. Press the hands down, lift the hearts, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Hands can stay at the low back or maybe they fall overhead. And again, taking 5 breaths here, wherever you want to take it. Maybe playing with shaking the head yes and no, or making it into more of a side lunge, or just staying where you are. Listen to your body. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. If the hands are overhead, lower them to the low back. Catch the hips again. Squeeze the elbows back with a flat back, lift up. Left toes face forward. Press off that back foot, coming into half moon on the left side. Pausing here, or taking Jopasana, that bind, sugar cane. Press the foot into the hands, lift through the heart. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're bound, release. Square the hips as you bring the right hand to the mat. And then take that left hand either to the left hip or to the sky for that twist. Beautiful. 3 more breaths. Lift that left or that right leg a little higher. Beautiful. Right foot to the mat, coming into that open twist crescent lunge. Sink it low, pause here, maybe revolve. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Left leg back and through, 3-legged dog. Pause. Inhale. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right tricep. Inhale, lengthen. Knee to nose, pause. Left foot steps through, right foot steps through. Half lift, fold. Root to rise. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Plant the palms, step or hop. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg back, bend the knee, open the hip. Maybe flip your dog. If you're flipped, come back, lengthen that right leg long. And then bring it through for pigeon. Right knee, right wrist. Taking a moment here, letting the hips settle. If you want to go ahead, forward fold in your pigeon, you can. If you'd like to take that mermaid, start to bend that left knee. Catch it with the left hand. Maybe the toes start to come into the crease of that elbow. And you'll take the right arm behind the head. Maybe the right and left fingertips connect. So the back of the right hand towards the head, the left palm facing out. Really press that foot into the elbow if you're in this bind. Lift through the heart, take another breath. And then without slingshotting, go ahead, release. If you're in pigeon, just go ahead, stay there. Maybe go a little deeper now that you've settled in. If you want to go even deeper, walk the hands to the left, bringing the heart a little closer to that right ankle. Taking a moment here, letting the jaw settle, the heart settle, the mind settle. We often lose our mind in these passive poses, but try to keep it steady on breath or intention. 3 more breaths. Inhales matching exhales. Beautiful. Start to walk the hands in, lift the torso. Sink into that right hip so you can swing that left leg all the way around, planting the sole of the left foot outside of the right thigh, drawing that right heel into the glute, setting up for a twist. Left fingertips pronged behind the back. Inhale the right arm overhead. Exhale, twist. You can keep it here if you want another bind option. You can bend that right elbow so that the palm faces the front of the room. Take it underneath the legs, and then take the left hand, wrap it around the back, and reach for the right fingertips. Wherever you go, sit tall on the inhale, and exhale, twist. Even bring those eyes back over the shoulder. Big stretch in the side of the eyes. Inhale, a little more length. Exhale, twist deeper. One more inhale. Exhale. Release. Take both hands over to the right for a counter twist. Swing the legs behind you, plant the palms, step it back to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Sweep that left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip, maybe flip your dog if you did on the other side. If you flipped, go ahead, come back, lengthen that left leg, and then bring the knee through for pigeon. Again, taking the time, set yourself up, that front foot nice and flexed. Fold forward if you want to. If you took that mermaid on the other side, go ahead and bend that right knee. Bring the toes into the creases of the elbow if you can. Maybe even that bind. Press the toes into the creases of the wrists. Lift through the heart or crease of the elbow. If you're in pigeon, stay as you are. Mermaid, take 2 more breaths. Release mermaid. Everyone settling into the pigeon. Going deeper if you want by walking hands over to the right this time. Soften the jaw, the shoulders. Is there anywhere you're holding tension that you can release right now? 3 more breaths. On your third exhale, walk the hands in. Sink into that left hip to swing the right leg around all the way, planting the sole of the right foot outside of the left thigh. Bringing that left heel in. Right fingertips prong behind you. Left arm is overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist. Stay here or start to take that bind by bending the left elbow, reaching underneath that right thigh. Right hand behind the back, reaching for the fingertips. Again, wherever you go, sit nice and tall as you inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper, take the eyes over the shoulder. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. 2 more, inhale, length. Exhale, twist. Last one, inhale, length. Exhale, twist. Release both hands to the left, a little counter twist. Swing that right leg behind you, plant the palms, step back to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Either drop the knees and swing the legs around or hop through to a seat. Lengthen the legs long, feet flexed. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over those legs. Find your edge, take a breath, find some more length. Forward fold, exhale. Beautiful, 2 more breaths. And from here, lift up, just so we can roll down one vertebra at a time all the way to the back. Setting up for 1 round of bridge. Place the soles of the feet to the mat, hip width apart. Lift the hips to the sky. If you have full wheel within your practice and you want to go there, feel free. Maybe interlace the fingers underneath the back and walk the shoulders in. Wherever you go, take 5 breaths. Lift a little higher. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another a little higher. A little higher. And release. Heel toe the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Toes in, heels out. And knock the knees together, bringing space in that low back. Cactus the arms, bent elbows out on either side of you. Keep the feet as they are, but just let both knees fall over to the left. Take it deeper by taking that left ankle over the right knee. Maybe the gaze over the right shoulder. Bring it back to center. Again, pigeon toeing, toes in, heels out. On the outer edges of the mat, knees over to the right. Deeper by taking the right ankle on top of that left knee. The gaze over the left shoulder. Settle the breath. Relax the jaw. Drishti gaze in the mind. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Take it back to center. Draw both knees in, rock side to side. Keep the right knee in, left leg long for a twist. Right arm out to the right. And draw the right knee across the body, over to the left. Keep it here. Take it deeper by taking a bind to that top leg with the left hand. You can always bend that bottom knee and also bind the right hand to the bottom toe. So opposite hand to opposite toe here, or just a regular supine twist for 3 more breaths. Go ahead and release back to center. Lengthen the right leg, draw the left knee in, left arm to the left, twist when you're ready. Keep your knee here in this supine twist, or taking a bind to the big toes of each foot with the opposite hands. And another 3 breaths. Unwinding on that 3rd exhale. Squeeze the knees in, rock side to side. Opportunity here for any inversion that calls to you. Simply getting the feet above the heart in waterfall is totally fine. Maybe bringing a block underneath the hips, making it more restorative. Shoulder stand, tripod, headstand, handstand, forearm stand, whatever you would like to take. Letting the blood flow reverse back to the heart mindfully, safely. Again, trying to keep that drishti gaze of the mind, the third eye, the forehead center, breath, intention, whatever holds you. Don't let the mind wander. You made it this far. And if you're in shoulder stand, maybe you want to lower the feet behind you for plow. You're in waterfall like me, just stay as you are. If you are in plow and you want to take it to Deaf Man's Pose, to Karna Padasana, go ahead, bend the knees, bring them to the ears. If you fully inverted, then go ahead, stop in Child's Pose for a moment. Everyone else taking another breath or two, and then eventually thinking about working your way into Happy Baby. Soles of the feet to the sky, knees drawing down into the armpits. Lengthen the left leg, draw the right heel into the groin. Beautiful, switch it out, left heel in, right leg lengthens. Right heel in, one last time, squeeze the knees in. And setting up for Matsyasana, our last pose, fish pose. Lengthen the legs out long, point the toes, inner rotation of the thighs. You're going to walk the hands, palms facing down, in underneath the glutes, then walk the elbows in, and puff up through the chest. Let the head fall back. Top of the head touches the mat. If you want a little more, you can lift the legs to a hover. Squeeze the teeth together, getting a nice stretch across the throat. 2 more breaths. Start to tuck the chin. Lengthen all the way down to the back. If you need a sip of water or a towel for over the eyes or whatever you might need to get into Savasana. And we'll take a collective breath together in through the nose, filling all the way up to the top of the lungs. Hold at the top. Sip in a little more if you can. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Hold at the bottom. One more like that together in through the nose, filling all the way up to the top of the lungs. This time making fists, pointing the toes, clench the glutes, the face. If there's anything you're holding onto right now, squeeze it tight, sip in a little more. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue, sigh it out, let it go. Fully surrender to the mat. Relax the eyebrows. Let the tongue fall heavy in the back of the throat. And relax across the heart space, down the arms, into the wrists and fingers. Release the belly and the glutes and pelvis. Let the legs be heavy all the way down the knees, ankles, and toes. It can be hard to surrender or to be supported, but here on the mat, you can give your full weight to the mat, to the earth. Let it all go for these last few moments. few more breaths here. Start to bring some awareness back into the breath, lengthening the inhales and exhales. Some awareness back to the body, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling ankles and wrists. And bring the legs together, arms overhead. One more collective breath together, in through the nose, reaching fingertip to toe tip. Filling up to the top. Open the mouth, sigh it out. In your own time, making your way onto your right side for fetal pose, pausing for just a moment. Rebirthing anew today, a little lighter. And with eyes closed or downcast gaze, let your senses guide you back to seated at the top of the mat. Sits bones rooted, spine long. Roll the shoulders up and then down the back. Inhale your arms overhead, let the palms connect. Exhale, thumbs to the third eye, forehead center for clarity of thought. Sliding them down to the lips, speaking your truth, and meeting at the heart. Always grateful. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.